In this deck profile, we're going to break down the Terahertz combo, the Synchro line that we can play now thanks to Revolution Synchron, as well as how to play the new updated Rescue deck thanks to Duelist Nexus and Emergency and Preventer, carrying the deck all the way to tier 1. So let's not waste any time, let's get straight into it. Before we do that though, make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys there. We do have 2 of the Rescue Turbulence, so this is the most important card of the deck, and people actually play a Mud Dragon just to protect this. So really important card. You can set 4 Rescue Spell and Trap cards from the deck. Having a card that can set 4 is honestly really crazy stuff. I'm surprised Konami has gotten to this level where they make cards that do that. You can banish 2 Rescue cards to summon it. If another card you control leaves the field by opponent's card effect, you can destroy a card on the field. So it will come up, just keep that in mind, but it's a very forgetful effect at the same time. 3 of the Rescue Ace Hydrant. You want to see this card as much as possible. However, the real 1-card combo comes in with another monster. This guy can search any Rescue Ace monster. If you have another Rescue Ace monster on the field, he can't be targeted for attacks or card effect. So he can't be impermanence, which is obviously really, really nice. The next card, which I am so excited to talk about, you can banish a Rescue Ace card from the graveyard to special summon it. Remember, I'm saying card, not monster, so the spells count as well. It's a Book of Moon if you have another Rescue Ace monster on the field with you, so it's really good in the Cashier matchup. Its other effect is if he goes grave, you can special a Rescue Ace monster from your banish pile. You now have really crazy link climbing combo potential, and there is a really crazy combo in this deck that I will showcase later in the video, where you can summon a Firewall Terahertz. So in the original deck profile, this was at 3. I really like this card, but because of the new support, he has been, I guess, power crept in a way where his effect is not that crazy anymore, but we do play him. If a Rescue Ace monster is normal, a special summoned, this can special from hand. He is a chain block as well, of course, if you're about to search with the level 4 the Hydrant. Next up is Rescue Ace Impulse. Card can special a Rescue Ace monster from the deck if your opponent activates a monster effect on the field. For example, in the OCG right now, they would activate its effect. Because Noir is unaffected, this kind of dodges around that, and it basically means Noir cannot activate any of its shuffle effect. And if the opponent was to respond, because obviously you're trying to negate something, you simply tag it out. So it's a 2-for-1 card. You feel really good when this is in your hand at the end of your combo. The real 1-card star of the deck, which I'm actually going to compare to Kashtira Unicorn, because on summon it searches the Rescue Ace emergency spell. And by the way, if you want to know what the 1-card combo is, check out my other video that I did. I'll put it up on the screen. This card can also tribute itself from the field or the hand to special a Rescue Ace monster from your hand if your opponent activates a monster effect. So we're only playing 1 of the Fire Attacker. I really like this card. It's draw 2 discard one, just feels good. We're playing 2 Kashtira Fenrir, so you'll see later on the deck profile I'm playing I'm playing small one basically. Next up, we're playing 1 Regulus. So I was talking about small one and I was thinking, okay, this deck loses really, really badly to evenly matched, and there's a whole combo just to beat it. So why are we not playing Regulus to equip a machine from the graveyard? Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. If you equip Hydrant, I'm pretty sure that completes the requirement for the spells and traps to give them additional effect, even though Hydrant is not in the monster zone. Next up is 3 Ash Blossom. So again, I did mention the Synchro inspired build. This is a good one with Fire Engine to make Baron, 1 tuning and 3 Revolution Synchron. You can use this and the Rescue Ace Airlifter. So I'll show you guys there on the extra deck what you summon, and it's a really cool card, really techie card. I think it's a good skeleton for the deck to run something like this. We like tuning because we want Rescue Ace cards in the grave. If we get disrupted, Turbulence and Preventer can still special themselves, which is obviously really good. I talked about small world a lot, but I'm only running 1 small world. I can definitely see myself running a 2nd copy just because Airlifter is the best 1-card combo in the deck, and you want to make sure you find it. Or you want to find Regulus if you've done your combo and you didn't get hand trapped. Triple Tactics talent as well. While it can easily play through Nibiru, sometimes it can't. It can also get ashed really badly if you hit emergencies. I've got Prosperity here, which is just good to find that 1-card combo. Moving on is 1-for-1 to find Hydrant, Real Rotor to find Airlifter or Impulse, and then Thrust. Like I said, a lot of the Rescue Ace traps, they're all normal traps, so you can set them with the Thrust. And then we are playing the 1 Rescue Ace HQ. We move on to the Rescue Ace spells now. Card can shuffle 4 Rescue Ace cards into the deck, draw 1 card, gives a 2nd normal summon for a Rescue Ace monster. So I'm tempted to think, did Konami create this archetype with the intention in mind of just doing a lot of normal summon, because we're not playing Intruder? So that's something to think about. I really hate that it only gives the attack boost if your opponent controls a monster, or else that would have been quite nice to OTK people. We're playing 3 of the new card, Rescue Ace Emergency. This can special a Rescue Ace from the deck, but you have to tribute a Rescue Ace from hand or field after. You can dodge Imperm, special 1 from deck, tribute Turbulence, can banish yourself from the grave to set a Rescue Ace trap. The Rescue Ace traps are not once per turn, so keep that in mind if you want to set those. 1 alert, 1 rescue. If Hydra's on the field, you can actually steal a monster from your opponent's graveyard. So in the branded matchup, I've stolen Fallen of Albert quite a few times, and I think Contain is probably the best Rescue Ace back row after Emergency, because as well as just negating something like an Imperm, if you have Hydra on the field, it will also contain the monster. That's why it's called Contain, which means the monster that was negated cannot be used as material for anything. Hit Albaz and they're just got an Albaz sitting on the field. I've hit Cartesians with this card, and that is also really nice as well. So yeah, a lot of uses for that card. Definitely my favorite one. Let's move on to the extra deck though, and I'll explain why we're playing a Synchro heavy build. That That is Borlo Savage Dragon, which I mentioned is the bridge for your level 7 Synchro. Then we have Baron because you can use Turbulence, which is usually just lying around on the field with the level 1 Revolution Synchron, and just make a Baron. It's just not bad. Now, this card is pretty cool. I do want to shout this card out a little bit. Summon it with a non-tuner fire monster. The whole deck is fire. And then what its effect is, draw 2 cards. After that, send 2 cards from your hand to the graveyard. Now, the point is you will end up drawing Hand Trap. You'll end up drawing an Impulse or a Fire Engine or Fire Attacker. And that just means you're going to have good plays on your opponent's turn. And more importantly, again, like I said, it's the bridge for the Borlo Savage Dragon. And it has another effect as well. For every Laval monster on your field, which is him, you can book him in a monster. I don't know what kind of game states you'll be in, but that will come into play. So here are boss monsters for the link package. We have Access Code, Underworld, and BLS is going to give us that crazy protection effect, and it is a very annoying card to deal with. I think a lot of decks in this game still target, so you're going to have a good time against them. Kashtira targets as well. This extra deck is extremely generic for Rescue Ace. Just have fun with what you think might be good in it. Let's move on. We've got the Decode Heat Soul, Proxy Magician, to help us summon the Mud Dragon. Mud Dragon declare fire, and then can Imperm or Veiler the Turbulence. Turbulence cannot be Ash because you're setting the cards straight from the deck. And again, the whole deck is Turbulence in a way, so why would you not play the thing that protects it? We have Sunlight Wolf, we have IP Masquerena, and Nightmare Phoenix. I don't know how popular Rescue is going to be, so this card, in my opinion, should be taken out for Nightmare Unicorn until the mirror matches get really popular. And the 2 more extra deck cards we're running is Link Karibo and Anima. Okay guys, now it's time to show you the Link 5 Terahertz combo, starting with just Airlifter. Let's normal summon Airlifter, let's activate his effect. You're going to search as Emergency, you're going to special summon the Hydrant directly from the deck. We have to tribute a Rescue Ace. Let's activate Hydrant's effect. It's going to allow us to search for the Turbulence. At this point in the combo, you won't have Proxy, you won't have Mud Dragon, so that's why I don't always just assume having that in the deck is going to save us. Now we're going to summon Turbulence by banishing the Emergency and the Airlifter. So we're going to set these 4 cards directly from the deck thanks to Turbulence. We can activate Alert because Hydrant is on the field. It's going to let us do that. Again, this is all really self-made. It's actually kind of cool how this all comes together. Preventer gets to banish Alert from the graveyard, summon itself. And now it's time for some link summoning. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to go ahead and link summon the Hydrant. We're going to summon the Link Karibo with this. And then we're going to use the Link Karibo and the Preventer, summoning us the Reprodocus, which is really the card that changes everything. Preventer is going to go off. It's going to activate its effect to bring back a banished Rescue Ace monster. Thanks to the Airlifter we banished previously, let's bring that out. Let's change its type to Cyburst. Let's summon Link Decoder here. Next up, we get to link summon Reprodocus and Link Decoder. We're going to summon the Protect Code Talker. This is really important because Link Decoder's effect is going to trigger. It's going to come back from the grave as it was used to summon a Talker monster. We're going to summon Firewall Dragon with Protect Code Talker and Turbulence, and the reason why is you have to control a Firewall Link monster so that Protect Code Talker can actually come back from the graveyard. They actually see something really cool here. We're going to banish the Reprodocus and the Link Karibo. And from here, guys, let's link summon the Neo Terahertz. Protect Code Talker is the Link 3. Decoder is Link 1. Firewall is going to be treated as Link 1 as well. These 2 will get banished, and now we get to activate its effect. We're going to send the Deceive Worm to the graveyard. Keep in mind, this is all done with a 1-card combo. We have no idea what would have been in our hand with that. Maybe it's Hand Traps, maybe it's Extenders. We don't have a Rescue monster on the field yet, but we're going to activate Rescue on the opponent's turn, and that's going to let us special summon. It could be Preventer, it could be Hydrant. I am actually going to go ahead and special the Turbulence, for example, if you want to do follow-up, as it may survive the turn, and that would have been the Rescue being used. Now we have Contain and Extinguish, and again, with a 1-card combo, that's a pretty decent board, guys. Terahertz is going to let us also send the Aggregate to the graveyard because it's a Cyburst. When this card goes to the graveyard, you target a face-up card your opponent controls and just negates effects until the end of the turn. And there we go. That is a pretty strong combo, a way to be evenly matched, a way to do even more than that with negation. Okay guys, it's time for combo number 2. We're going to show you why we play Revolution Synchron and why it's really good in this deck. Let's again start off with Rescue Ace Airlifter. This is going to give us the Rescue Ace Emergency. Let's activate Emergency, and let's also special summon the Rescue Ace Hydrant. Let's activate Hydrant's effect. We're going to search the Rescue Ace Turbulence. Now, let's continue the combo. Turbulence is going to summon. We're going to banish the Emergency and the Airlifter. We're going to set 4 cards with Turbulence, and then we're going to activate the Alert because we have Hydrant on the field. We're going to search for a Rescue Ace Preventer. Preventer is going to allow us to banish the Alert that we literally just used. Special summon Preventer. After we link off Preventer and Turbulence for the Sunlight Wolf, we can activate Preventer's effect to special summon the Rescue Ace Airlifter from the banish pile. Next up, we're going to link off the Hydrant for a Link Karibo. Because we summoned the Link Karibo under the arrow of the Sunlight Wolf, it's going to let us add a fire monster from the grave to the hand. Let's go ahead and synchro with the Airlifter. That's going to bring us out Laval Salamander. Let's do Laval Salamander's effect now. On summon, it's going to let us draw 2 cards from the top of our deck. And then we have to take 2 cards and send them to the grave. And now remember guys, this was a 2-card combo, so we would have 3 other cards in our hand anyway. So let's just send these cards to the graveyard, but hopefully you get the point that we're actually drawing some decent cards thanks to the Laval Salamander. Next up, let's use Link Karibo and the Sunlight Wolf, and let's summon a Decode Talker Heat Soul. So we now have even more draw power. Let's pay 1,000, let's draw another card. We just drew a drawn lock, but that's actually pretty strong, guys. Let's bring back the Revolution Synchron by milling a card from the top of our deck, and it was an Ash Blossom. Now we can synchro the Revolution Synchron and the Lavable Salamander, activating its effect, giving us the Sunlight Wolf as a link material. And now we have the Omni Negate. We've drawn 2 cards from Salamander. We've also sent 2 cards to the graveyard, which in rest case you honestly don't mind. The only one that can be awkward is maybe the field spell, but if you're playing Reinforced, you can simply set the field spell with Reinforce's effect. And now you're really starting to see the potential here as you do run more and more hand traps. You could honestly run just main engine to find this combo and then run out a bunch of hand trap, and then the opponent's turn we can draw 1 more card as well. And what I like about this combo is Savage is quite strong now. We still have 3 unknown cards in our hand. We have an Emergency, we have an Impulse. I think this is a pretty strong board, guys, and this may be a really good alternative to the Terahertz combo. And there we go, guys, that is the 2-card combo with Revolution Synchron out of Duelist Nexus and Airlifter. I hope you guys enjoyed the combo. I would love to find out which one are you guys going to play, the Terahertz or the Synchro one. This one is really fun, and honestly you can even run Black Rose Dragon with Revolution Synchron to blow up the whole board. If you're going second, a lot of interesting possibilities for this deck, and I can't wait to keep testing this. And that's been the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to drop a like. Comment down below what you guys think. Are you going to play the Synchro build? Are you going to play the Link 5 Terahertz build? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.